I'm Nigel.
I'm Anders. Welcome to the review. This one's a follow-up. It's a part two. Part two to what I hear you saying. Well, Nigel, what are we doing?
It's the world's strongest beer. Snake Venom. We've done a session on it and we didn't particularly like it. So this session, we're going to pimp it up and make it drinkable. So
okay.
we've got various things to mix with it. So anyway, we're going to start off just with water. Not water, ice. We're going to put ice in first.
Yes, let's do that. Okay.
I'm going to put beer can on. Of course, we recapped this after the last session.
We did, yeah.
I'm going to put the ice in first.
That's a good point, actually.
And okay.
Yeah, lest we forget, this is coming in at 67.5%.
It is. Go and watch the other video first, and then you'll get up to speed on where we are.
Yeah.
Just to fill you in a little bit, this at the front of the tongue, it was giving you notes of toffee.
It was, wasn't it? Yes.
And anywhere else, it wasn't very nice.
It was unpleasant, and it really did kind of rasp at the back of your throat.
Well, the ice has melted a little bit.
Decomposed slightly.
Yes.
Because let's face it, the main ingredient in this, if I remember, what is it?
Ethanol, isn't it?
Ethanol, that's it, yes.
It's beer flavoured ethanol, basically.
Yeah.
But anyway, I got mine poured.
There we go.
Cheers.
Chin chin.
Oh, that is an improvement.
That has helped. That's helped immensely.
My word.
I mean,
yeah, that's very warming.
that is.
But as it actually suggests on the bottle, best drunk with some ice. So.
And it has, yes, it has.
Oh, that's much more drinkable. It's I'm getting that dare I say malty toffee flavors coming through a lot. It's a lot more beer like rather than just toffee.
Certainly the toffee is prevalent at the start, and it's hanging around a bit longer, I think, with this ice, and it's not so harsh as it goes back down the throat. That's not to say it's not harsh going down the back of the throat. It's just not as
you're right, but it's drinkable. It doesn't hurt.
It doesn't hurt. And it is relatively pleasant. This
I'm actually enjoying this. I wasn't looking forward to this really, but I thought, yeah.
I've never put, I hardly ever put ice in whiskey.
No, either do I.
But this seems to be the right thing to do, I think. In fact, it's gone from something that was really quite undrinkable to something that's quite drinkable.
Yeah, I if it wasn't quite so expensive, I'd probably get another bottle if I'm drinking like this. But
I don't know.
Or am I getting ahead of myself a bit?
I think that might be the drink talking already.
It could be.
Taking a little break there. I think we are pleasantly surprised by this on the whole, aren't we?
Yeah, I'm thoroughly enjoying it.
It is much more of a whiskey than a beer, I would suggest, isn't it?
What's the spirit? 67.5%.
Yeah, in tone. So, anyway, the next effort is going to be little bit of ice and a little bit of water in.
Well, I've got a little bit of ice left in the glass. I'll put the can on. And we're going to put beer cans on. And we're going to put a little bit, well, the ice is there from left over from last time. A little bit of the beer. And a little bit of spring water off the Malvern Hills.
Oh, how lovely.
Right. I'll give this one a go now.
Just going to stick a little bit more ice in there. That ice is working very hard.
Yeah, I'm actually going to put another lump of ice in just to. So this is a little bit more diluted than the last one, so we should have perhaps had this one first. But cheers.
In gin.
Now that's much more bland. It's well, not bland.
It is a lot more bland, isn't it? Yeah.
But there's no pain. There's, you know, you're getting the full taste and flavour from that now without the alcohol burn.
You are, but it is, like you say, bland.
But you can drink it quicker.
That's yeah, don't. Yeah, I think adding water to it has taken it too far.
I think so. I think, as it said on the bottle, best drunk with just some ice, which we ignored for episode 1, part 1.
Yeah.
But it's just part of our scientific endeavours, covering all bases.
We've been forensic about this.
Well, I was a bit disappointed with the water added to that one. But hey ho, now we know.
Now we know, absolutely. We won't do it again. In fairness, it's very unlikely I'd ever buy any of this again.
Yeah, same here. Well, I didn't buy it in the first place. It was going to be as a present for my son.
That's true. Yeah, he's a good lad. So a little break there. Nige?
I didn't enjoy it as much with the water. It was just too weak, too much water I put in. For me, it hit its peak with the ice, but we're going to take it a little stage further now.
Yeah.
Like to elaborate?
We're doing shandy.
All good beers, well, not all good beers, but at some point you have a shandy. So we thought we'd make this into a shandy.
Let's face it, it's how much, certainly how I started on beer was with a shandy.
Yeah, same here. So I've got my bottle of lemonade here. Let's get the beer can on and let's mix a shandy.
Mm. Mm. Now, I did a very silly thing there. To clear my glass, I basically took 2 or 3 lumps of ice back into my mouth. You can't broadcast with that sort of thing in.
Right, that's me lemonade in. 1 glass of shandy. Well, I think you put more lemonade in than me.
No, I think I might put more beer in
there. Yeah. Anyway, cheers.
Cheers.
Well, I think I've got my dilution levels perfect there because I'm getting a good alcohol hit from the beer.
Okay.
And I'm getting the sweetness from the lemonade.
I think I might have just overdone the lemonade a little bit. Perhaps I don't know. It's not unpleasant.
No, to be honest, I think it's just that artificial lemonade flavour is not very nice.
No.
Yeah.
It's two artificial flavours put together, let's face it. There's nothing real about this.
No. I'd say it's nicer than the water one we had.
There is a certain warmth to be had from it, isn't it?
It is warming and it's pleasant.
And
one thing. Last time we were doing this, it was a struggle drinking it. This is going down so easily.
Yeah.
I'm really having to slow down because I know how powerful this
is. I honestly think I might have not mixed once enough, because I've just taken a big swig and just got a big hit of that beer there. And that was quite unpleasant. Lemonade is honestly, it's diluting that. Yeah, like you said, the sweetness is really covering over a lot.
It's a bit too punchy, isn't it?
Mm.
Well, yet another break. Anders, what have you found out?
The lemonade is it's making this into a soft drink.
It's an alco pop now, isn't it?
It's an alco pop. It is. It's not a particularly pleasant one. It's not particularly bad, neither. It's covering up a lot of the harshness.
Yeah.
With its sweetness.
It just makes it a lot easier to drink.
Yeah.
Whether it's a pleasant drink, like you said, it's not unpleasant. It's not pleasant. It's just drinkable. But it's not something you'd relish and think, oh, I've got to have that.
No. In fact, the further down I'm getting, this feels like something you might discover on the set of Blake 7 or something like that, in as much as this drink will just eat away anything. I just put some. We started 5 minutes ago with the lemonade, and it tasted all right. I'm now getting down to the bottom, having given it enough time, and the snake venom has kind of gnawed away at the intrinsic value of the lemonade
and the glass, probably.
And the glass, probably, which is very expensive. And it's yeah.
But if we put this into context, having snake venom neat was horrible.
Yeah.
This is better.
Yes.
Without a shadow of a doubt, this is better.
Yeah. But it's still quite unpleasant.
Yes, but I'd rather drink it like that than neat.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Right.
Right, we've got... Have you finished that yet?
Yes, I have. Yeah.
We've got one more, and we're going to go... We've tried sort of the shandy, we've tried the ice and the water. We're going to go full-blown cocktail now, okay?
Yeah.
And this is Anders' favourite whiskey cocktail, which we're going to adapt for...
we're going to do an old-fashioned.
So I'll put the beer can on, and if you talk me through the recipe, Anders, and I shall make it up.
Absolutely. Okay. Well, first of all, what you need to do is you need to get a little bit of sugar in the bottom of your glass.
Some sugar, and
I would say half a teaspoonful of
teaspoonful of sugar. I've actually got caster sugar here because that's what I've got hold of. Half teaspoonful of sugar into the glass.
Okay. Now, I believe you should have some Angostura bitters there,
I do.
right? I would give that 2-3 shakes, perhaps.
Yeah, 4. Because the first one wasn't that. Okay.
Okay. And then top up with a little bit of your favorite whiskey stroke snake venom.
And the finishing touch, of course.
Of course, a little bit of orange to go in there.
A
Yeah,
little bit of orange.
and lovely. Go on,
Yes.
take a little bit. Your theory?
That's like the old-fashioned snake venom.
So there we go. There's mine made up. I haven't got any orange on me. The colour is, well, the colour it would be if we hadn't diluted it beforehand, I suppose.
It's quite harsh, isn't it?
Just quite harsh.
And that's why in the little break there, I put a little bit of sparkling water into mine. Just a dash, and it's just now drinkable. And actually, it's very nice.
I'm doing a dash of water in mine as well, actually. Yeah, I discovered old fashions relatively recently.
I've just put a little bit of ice in mine as well. Full cocktail.
Actually, that's a great idea. Let's do that as well. That's making it bearable.
Yeah, I think everything we've done, the easiest drink was with water.
Yeah,
because it went down. I think the best flavour was just with ice on its own.
I'd agree.
As
Yeah.
it says on the bottle. I mean, we could have cut a lot of all this. We could have cut straight to chase and drank it at its prime.
You could do that, and you could go through life just doing.
But we have to verify that. You can't believe everything you see on the telly or everything you read. You have to experience it.
Yeah.
And this, I'm quite enjoying. Whether it's the best representation of that, I'm not sure.
No,
I'm enjoying this.
No. Yeah, Nigel's never had an old fashioned before, and I fully push him towards having one because they're a beautiful drink. This is nice, but it's spoiled by that.
Well, I'm done. That was actually quite nice. That last bit, a bit of sweetness. That was lovely.
Yeah, that was probably the Angostura bitters taking the edge off, I would think.
Yeah, I'm a convert to the old fashioned.
Good.
I'd like to try it with whiskey next, which I'll do at some point over the next week.
Do that with a good but neutral whiskey.
So what would you conclude on that?
I'm going to the same conclusion as you. That wouldn't be half as nice as if it wasn't for the ice. The ice makes the difference.
Yeah.
I think. The Angostura bitters, sure they do add, and there's sugar in there as well, which is all nice.
Yeah.
But I've had a bit of a cold recently, and I don't like to lay it on. But you know, instead of having a hot toddy, I was having old fashions with a bourbon.
For medicinal purposes, of course.
For medicinal purposes, and with a bourbon. And this is, yeah, it's showing me how nice bourbon is as opposed to this.
Well, that pretty much concludes our part 2. To sum up, drink it with ice. It's fantastic. It is absolutely superb with ice, I'd say. Yeah. Old-fashioned, I think it's not, it's there, it's good, but I think if you're going down that route, you're better using whiskey with it.
I think you probably are, but do you know what I think is we've gone in with a very strong beer, whiskey stroke beer.
Yeah.
And perhaps a bit, you know, you could have a couple of these and use different measures.
Right. Okay. And
you might come up with something slightly different, you know. But on the whole, yeah, you're right. Have it with ice.
Bottle-wise, I'm probably not even halfway through yet, or just about halfway through.
Yeah, I'd say the same.
I'm about there.
Yeah, I'm about there too.
So
yeah,
I feel another episode, perhaps some more cocktails coming up, beer cocktails in part 3.
Yes.
Stay tuned.
Yeah. Until then, like, comment, subscribe. Good night.
Good night.